Sleeping with the Ancestors, How I Followed the Footprints of Slavery. Did you have any doubt in your mind that we would get to this point?
If we look for a defining moment at the inception of the idea to start sleeping in these spaces, we both came to the conclusion very early on that the idea of sleeping in slave dwellings is a good idea. And it's catchy, and alone it could still prosper. But in order for the story to live on, to have a legacy, in order to represent the people who the book is capable of representing, it had to be that. It had to be a book.
Well, some of the raw moments in the book, well, of course, the Sally Hemings story. Was it consensual? And then we have the stories of Brattonville, where the enslaver has had children with many of the women that his family enslaved.
I think the one that stands out to me quite often is Morris College and running out of money to build a building that they needed built as a part of a contract, and the contractor is not being paid in a timely manner, and the contractor taking an enslaved person as collateral, as in, if you don't pay us our money, then we're going to sell this person. So we've got, lots of stories like that in the book.
One of the things that resonated with me was a story we tell about your first cabin stay in a northern state. And I'd just like to share this passage of that chapter. A comet blazed across the sky as colonial America ushered in a new year, 1760. Weeks later, at 2 a.m. on February 14th, an enslaved woman gave birth to her fourth child. She named him Richard. She and her infant, her husband, and her other children belonged to a white attorney. Eventually, the father sold Richard's mother and 3 of his siblings to pay debts. At age 23, after arduous years of cutting wood and hauling bricks, Richard bought his and his brother's freedom. Negro Richard was then set on a path to perhaps fulfill the comet's prophecy. He took a name that was not his enslaver's and became America's first Black bishop of a predominant African-American denomination that now has 2.5 million members worldwide. So you have to read the book to get all the details of who was this Richard and what was the church that he founded.
I know the writing of this book will get us into places we've never been, get us into circles we've never been. Now that we saved the spaces, then the next thing to do is tell the stories of the people who inhabited those spaces. So I'm looking forward to this continued journey.